Hey, welcome back to Dunstan Plays. Let's take a look today at some Titan battles. So for all of these battles, you have it's just your Titan Metroplex versus a whole base, but they offset it so the first 5 are one skill level, and as you go up the skill tree, the bases become more and more challenging. So I have the 4-star Metroplex right now, so that gives me 3 different abilities to use. He's got the direct laser beam, he's got the kind of area blast laser beam, and then he's got the missile volley that takes out an area. So for these first 5, I'm just using the specials for fun. I'm pretty sure I could just hold down the speed up button and he'll blast through them, because he's pretty leveled up. I don't think he's maxed out yet, but he's pretty leveled up. There's 2 different skill trees to max him out on. The one's the pure experience over leveling. So each one of these Titan alone fights, it gets you like a Titan experience that when you get hundreds of it, you can level them up more and more. But then there's also the skill tree, and that's for using your Titan alongside of a team of bots, and you can even use a combiner too. And for each one of those battles, you get a certain amount of skill points depending on the level of the base that you're attacking. And those skill points accumulate, and you can get different Titan features with each one of those skill points. So yeah, for these first 5, I'm just racking them up. Just keep hitting them hard. The only things that worry me a little bit is in each chunk of 5 levels, the 5th level is you always facing off with Scorponok, however you say it, the Decepticon Titan. And those can be a little bit trickier than just the Titan fights alone. Titan's just a cool looking robot. I think he's so much cooler than Scorponok too, the way he looks. He looks like a bulky, badass, like space fighter guy. It'd be super fun to see him in his own game where he's just completely fighting against whatever monsters. You could probably throw him up against Godzilla. I bet he could give Godzilla a run for his money. Certainly King Kong. I think he could punch King Kong right into the ocean. Or whatever. I don't know what a fitting battle between them would be. But dude, this guy throws lasers and missiles out. You're gonna tell me either of those jerks are gonna stand up to this guy? And I'm sure there's tons of Godzilla fans. Transformers, Godzilla beat him. I don't believe you. I think Titan would kick their ass. He's just bigger too. I think he's way bigger. Because like the things that you're blowing up, those little objects there, those are supposed to be as big as buildings. So this guy's super massive. He's like the size of a whole city. He would squash Godzilla probably. Someone do that. Do like one of those, you know, when they do that for shows like One Piece, they do those power levels. Someone should do a power level of Godzilla versus the Transformers Titans. Honestly, I bet Optimus could probably take down Godzilla. Alright, so here we go. Now this is going to be the showdown with freaking... Oh, it's called Trypticon. Where did I get Scorponox? Scorponox is the thing you face in those other battles. The team raids, the weekly raids, the things that are on Tuesdays. That's Scorponox. So this is some other turkey. So I'm pretty sure for the Decepticons, when you do those raids, you're fighting Metroplex. So he's big enough where he's as big as a city. A little disproportionate. Their guy should be Scorponox. Getting that 6,000 value. I think I can run through the first 3 units. I think the 3rd Trypticon might be giving me some hassle. But whatever. Whatever, man. The way that the game is showing it, it seems like there may be a point in the future where you have more than one Titan, which would be awesome. If you could flip through multiple Titans, it'd be super cool. House. And it's too bad you can't make an overpowered team, because like when you get up in the very high levels, you just have guys that match guys, and that's not fun. Like, oh, my Combiner fights their Combiner, my Titan fights their Titan. I'd like to be able to bring like 2 Combiners and 2 Titans, 3 Combiners and 2 Titans, and freaking mop the floor with the toughest bases. That would be really fun. Yeah, dude, that aerial laser kicks ass. That's the one in the top left corner. When you use that aerial laser, it not only blows up the building that you're focused on, but it'll put out like a little aftershock charge that usually knocks out a few of the adjacent buildings. The tougher builds I'm coming to find are when the opposing team's base, they kind of space out the buildings from one another, so you can't take advantage of anything like the missiles or the aerial laser that take out a couple of things in one shot. So if you space everything out, that seems to be a more, at least tedious strategy in terms of trying to destroy all the buildings. But then if you space everything out, sometimes you get a little too much distance and you can get around. I don't even really know what the most effective strategies for building bases are. Luckily, that has nothing to do with completely making your bots overpowered and fighting weak fights. I think I was watching TV when I started doing this, so there's a couple times where you're going to have like 30-second pauses before I actually engage in the fight, where I think it's still loading. Admitted fault, and a better YouTube content creator would edit that stuff out, but no, I'm just going to talk through those gaps. I'm leaving it in, giving you the uncut footage. That's why you can trust this is really me playing this game. How weird would it be if I took somebody else's fight footage and was like, oh yeah, check out what I'm doing? It'd be super bizarre. Not very like me at all. This one is a little bit frustrating because if you had somebody like Optimus Prime, you do that fucking focus attack thing where you're like, tell all your troops to go to the wherever it is you want to point on the screen as long as it's within the range that your character can hit. And here you can totally skip all those buildings and just go after that last guy. Or if you have someone like Cub and you can use that teleport, just teleport over the end, break 6 buildings and you're done. But instead, because of where it is, I have to destroy everything. Luckily, the levels are still low enough where it's a done deal. Titan's going to take care of everything. So fun to use this character. Especially in these settings, because you get all of his abilities. Frustratingly, when you're playing in match play, it only lets you select one ability at a time. It's like, this guy's so much stronger. Why are you taking him down a peg just because it's match play, or PvP mode, I should say. Or no, he's not really in events. Very odd. You can't use him in events. That would be a cool event. A use your Titan event. Tear things up. No, events are restricted to combiners only. And this is our next Trypticon fight. I love that he hits him with that uppercut, but it's really weird if Trypticon doesn't react when he throws that huge uppercut. It's a cool move. And it's BS because whenever Trypticon uses that stupid tail whip, Titan jerks back and reacts totally. Titan putting in all the work for kayfabe and fucking Trypticon not selling anything. You gotta sell those punches, Trypticon. Alright, so these are the ones where I think I'm actually getting into the territory where I have to start using the powers or I wouldn't be able to beat the basics. I know it's a little bit indiscernible. It looks like I'm still using the same exact techniques on all of them. But I am being slightly strategic about where I'm using my powers instead of just apathetically just pressing them and pressing the screen to utilize them. Ultra Bolt. I do like a lot of the names that the competitors come up with. It's super fun. Unleash the Titan and smash the Decepticons. And his avatar is the freaking Shockwave, I believe the character's name is. I always thought that was the coolest character. He's a Cyclops, but he's also a scientist. They were very big on making sure that it was known that he was a scientist. I guess he would do experiments on robots and he was supposed to make them evil, but dude, whatever. Robots. Make experiments on them. It's not like they're freaking animals. They're not bunnies. They're not chickens. They're freaking robots. Experiment away, I say. They're trying to make it like he was some kind of evil, mad scientist. But he's always very calm and collected too, so he didn't really fit that normal trope, that archetype of the evil genius, the mad scientist, whose experiments have gone rogue. Rogue, I say. Thunder Beast. So you see, there has to be something effective about these kinds of patterns because you do see a lot of guys duplicate similar patterns. So I guess this guy has a couple different kind of diamond-shaped pouches of buildings where he'll do them kind of 50-50 of actual attack buildings versus storage and supply buildings. Again, even though I'm using all of the powers, I don't think I could outright just run these just pressing the speed button. Maybe. I don't know. I'm getting pretty far with very little hits off the life bar. But if I was going to beat this guy, it would be a just barely. I don't think it would be as standout as when I do use the abilities. I wonder how much longer we're going to stick with this Bizarro Universe wallpaper in between the cutscenes. They usually change the wallpaper around 6 to 8 months normally. I don't know, I haven't really paid too much attention. I like when they get festive with the holiday wallpapers, those are fun. And that fight kind of is what it is. Nothing spectacular. I think I die on one or two of these. I don't know if I make it past the third bundle. the do or die moment if I can fight good old Trypticon. Any day now. Any day. And here we go. Bam. So this one is just a race with how many times you can fire off your specials. There doesn't seem anything else discernible that you can do to enhance your chances of winning other than firing off your specials the second they're ready. And you go with your most powerful down to your weakest. I even run the speed in between them to try and get it to speed up. I don't know if that helps me or hurts me. I'm imagining it helps. I think I beat this guy by the skin of my teeth. You know, it's down real low in the energy there, but I got him. We got him. Here, we got him there. Yep, so here's where we go, where we start to have Trypticon fighting me in the level while I'm fighting the base. So hopefully it's a super weak Trypticon and I can just knock him out and then go after the base proper. Proper, give him a proper beating. Yeah, I think I might lose this one. I'm getting close to the end. Yeah. Oh wow, I'm not like engaging him straight away. He's staying over there. Because if it was a real PvP battle, it just has your Titan go over and yep, they start duking it out just like that. But you can still use your specials on the base, which is seemingly necessary here because everyone's still firing at you. You don't have any other bots there to kind of distract from all the fire's going directly at your Titan. Trypticon almost down, but I don't think I have enough to turn it around and turn on the base. No, the stupid base guns get me. Oh, down I go. So I think I take another stab at it and I get a more charitable base. I might get a base or two more dead. But eventually, hammer drops, I run out of runs. Which I imagine it'll continue to be until I get him super beefed up and he can just handle it. And then I'll start showing you speed runs where I'm just blasting through the zones, not using any specials and just holding down the speed button. I wish they had a 2x speed that you didn't have to hold down. You could just click fast forward. Have like levels 1 and 2. Or it'd be even more fun if it was fully automated and then you can just check in like a TV show. Somehow this isn't lazy enough for me. I want to be even lazier in my gaming. Yes, there you go. Getting duffed out on these little bases. It don't feel good. But it's an illusion, because you think Titan should just be able to kick ass on anybody. When you look at these bases, all of the attack towers, they're super ramped up. But that's not your usual Decepticon thing for the low levels. These are like your high level or mid-level bases, really, from what we're looking at. This is the mid-range. I guess I don't have my Titan maxed up enough where he can just plow through everything. But we will get there one day. Might even beat this one. There might be another fight hiding behind this one. Getting skeptical. This might be the end of it, folks. Only got about another minute to go. Minute and a half, maybe less. Oh man, there might be another one. But that one will surely be the last. And it probably won't be a victory. You know what? I'm going to just cut it here. If it's not, I'll cut the video down to ending on a high note rather than me getting my goose cooked. So if this is indeed not a win, you will not even see any of this. I have talked too long. We're already starting. You might as well see me get my Tuka speed. And I said before that I was doing no editing on this, so no editing. Just straight Titan fighting. Fighting Titan. Titan fighting. Fighting Titan. I don't know which sounds funnier. If he's the fighting Titan, or if it's Titans that are fighting. Titan fighting. Yeah, there it was. Alright, thanks for watching, folks. Like and subscribe.